Good morning, everyone. My name is Jordan Jones, and I am the Government Relations Associate for Dominium Southeast Region. Today, I am bringing you welcomes and greetings on behalf of the Dominium Development Team to celebrate the groundbreaking of our soon-to-be 288-unit senior affordable housing complex, Sandpiper Glen. I have the pleasure of being your master of ceremonies for today's event, so I'm going to kind of give you some brief introductions about our project team before we dive in. We have our project partner and vice president here, Devin Quist. Devin, you can raise your hand to just say out to the people. Yep. We have our development analyst here, Glenn Daniels. We have our project coordinator who's not here with us but assisted with the deal, Brittany Baldwin. And then we have our administrative assistant who also assisted with the deal but is not here, Farah Amasadullah. So before we dive into speeches, so y'all can hear from who you actually want to hear from, I just want to give you some quick history about Dominium, just for those in the audience who may not be totally acquainted with who we are. We are celebrating our 50th anniversary this year, so this is 50 years that we've been developing, owning, and operating affordable housing. So we're very proud to be able to do that and doing that right here in Central Florida. We have just over 38,000 units across the nation and a presence in 20 states. But if you think about just Florida, we have about over 20 properties in Florida, which is one of our largest markets in the Southeast. So definitely happy to be here and providing that much-needed affordable housing to the area. We specialize in three types of developments. One that we do is acquisition rehabs, where we will acquire existing affordable housing, keep that affordable so we can preserve that existing affordable housing stock. We do new construction, which is actually the site of what this will be today, a ground-up construction build where we're doing this all with Dominium design standards. And then we also do historic adaptive projects. We will take a historic structure and convert that into affordable housing so that we can keep that going in the community. We're very happy to be in Florida. As far as affordable housing needs are concerned, if you look at it by the numbers, for people who are making 50% of the area median income or below, there's a shortage of nearly 600,000 affordable housing units. So obviously, we're not going to be able to solve that ourselves, but it's partnerships with people like Dominium, with willing partners like Orange County, and also the housing finance authorities who work with us that we're able to get this done and put dents into the affordable housing needs in Florida. I'm sure a lot of you all know this, but Orange County does have a Housing for All plan, and in that plan, there's a goal of producing 30,300 units in the next 10 years. So being able to be a part of that history is something that is very important to us, and we're once again very happy to be in Orange County. So without further ado, I want to be able to actually introduce you to our project partner so we can tell you a little bit more about the deal. Devin Quist. And Devin, before you come up, just so for people who may not know about you, Devin is our vice president and project partner on the deal. When it comes to being able to bring developments like this to life, this is all what's in Devin's wheelhouse. When it comes to being able to figure out the financing for a project, where something's going to go, creative solutions to problems that might come up, because there are unique challenges that come up with each development. Devin's leading teams to go through all of that. So we're very happy to be able to work with guys like Devin who are able to be so committed to building affordable housing in Florida. And I want to be able to get him to the stage so he can kind of tell you a little bit about how we got here today. Devin.
Great. Well, thank you, Jordan. And welcome, everybody. So I moved to Central Florida about 2 years ago. And if there's one thing I learned is that you need to get places a little bit early to make sure that you don't end up getting stuck on Interstate 4. And so when we drove up this morning, we got here a little bit earlier than expected and stopped into a Starbucks. And when we were at that Starbucks, I ended up holding the door for a man that was, coming out of the restroom. And when we made eye contact, the first thing I didn't notice is that when I walked back in, he was bringing bags out of the restroom. And I caught out of the corner of my eye that it was his toothbrush and his toiletries. And so I think, that for me, when I didn't notice his bag, was something that, I thought about for a little minute, and it took me a moment. And I think that for me, it's you don't always notice the bag. And, the affordable housing and the need for affordable housing is really, I think, coming to a level where, it is more and more needed. And so that's what makes me really proud about all of us coming here today. So it is a slow process. And, we started this project back in May of 2019. And so bringing affordable housing and doing these kinds of projects do take a lot of time. But that's really where we started from and how we got here today. So during that time, there was a lot that happened. We had a health crisis, that was, created challenges with how do you interface with neighbors and have a neighborhood meeting. There were a lot of changes in labor markets and lumber and other challenges that directly impact how we can create affordable housing. There were concerns about whether or not we could move forward. And the project was tough during a lot of different times. And one short story I'll share is with Marie Shorey here, who's in attendance. And during one of those tough times where we didn't know whether this was a project that could move forward or not, I was meeting with Marie. And for those of you that don't know Marie, she was the broker, but really the real estate expert on this transaction that really got this project across the finish line. And so, we were on the phone with Marie, and I was speaking with her, and I said, if we can't do this affordable housing, I said, what, is it going to be wooded? What else would this, land be used for? And she said, well, it could be a lot of things, but, one option, being that it is zoned as commercial currently, is it could be self-storage. And, that's something I also spent some time thinking about, because, the public good and the social aspect of affordable housing is something that, especially senior affordable housing is really, I think, why we're all here today, and something I feel really proud about, and I hope that all of you as members of this project feel really good about as well. And that's why I think Dominium is pleased to be in Orange County, because working with Orange County, working with the Housing Finance Agency here in Orange County, we were able to get this project done. So, as Jordan mentioned, we do a fair share of new construction, and we specialize in doing new construction in communities that want affordable housing. And it's not all communities, and it's really challenging to square peg a round hole, so to speak, with affordable housing. And for those that don't need or don't want affordable housing, we don't tend to be a very competitive or efficient builder for those communities. And so I think, when we came to Orange County, the first thing that we realized is, Orange County gets affordable housing done. And I think, one shining example of this is the Orange County Mayor Demings Housing for All action plan. And, the Board of County Commissioners accepted the recommendations of that plan in a 2019 board meeting, which is also the year that we got started on this project. And so, it's not a coincidence that, more affordable housing is coming to Orange County right now. So we're really glad about Orange County being a county that wants to put actions into place and get affordable housing done, because not all cities and counties are like that. So, right now, and being local to Central Florida, one of the things that I've really seen about Central Florida is that the tone is positive when it comes to affordable housing. And I think that the trajectory and the outlook towards affordable housing is becoming positive, and I think that that's going to really create more affordable housing as well. When we think about Orange County and what brought us to Orange County, one of the risks that we look at within our company and at where we're developing new apartment communities is the risk of concentration on a larger scale. And when we look at Orange County, we look at real estate risks, insurance risks, regulatory risks, and really there's really nowhere better that we'd like to be than what we're able to do here in Central Florida and in Orange County. So we hope there's more to come. We're really excited about being here today. So I'll give a quick property overview, and then I'll hand it back over. But this project is 100% affordable. All homes are set aside for residents earning at or below 60% of the area median income. This also is a senior apartment community. It is age restricted to tenants that are 62 years of age or older. There are predominantly 1 and 2 bedrooms. There are 288 total apartment homes, and there are some 3-bedroom homes available as well. The community amenities include a fitness center, a salon, card and craft rooms. There's a beautiful 2-story club room and pub room. There will be a dog park. We are pet friendly. The outdoor areas, there's a pool, grilling areas. There are adult play areas, whether that's bocce ball or bean bags. We provide a lot of outdoor recreational facilities as well as those active outdoor facilities. We do have passive areas to enjoy the summer winter. In the units, the apartment homes, we have the 9-foot ceilings, the LVT flooring, and walk-in closets. There's granite countertops, energy efficient, rated appliances, and not all homes will have balconies, but far greater than 90% will. So, we really believe in adding balconies and oversized patios as well. My closing thought is, with affordable housing, I think one of the things that we also are really proud about with this community is being able to create affordable housing like Sandpiper Glen without using competitive resources. Because there's only so much scarce resource that's available each year, be it through the Sadowski Trust Fund, through CDBG, home, or 9% low-income housing tax credits. But financing projects like this using 4% low-income housing tax credits and private activity bonds is a really replicable business model, and we can do that and create more affordable housing in a way that's additive to what those other programs are able to create. So that's something that I think with Sandpiper Glen, we're really excited to be able to develop and partners with cities and counties around Central Florida to create more projects like this. So thank you.
Thank you, Devin. I think one thing that is consistent between Devin and my comments are that this project would not have been possible without the support of Mayor Demings or the Board of County Commissioners. So in respect to that, I just want to make sure that we give Orange County a chance to actually come and speak. So Mayor Demings will be coming to say a few words, but before he comes to the podium, I just want to give us a quick introduction for a man who really needs no introduction. But Mayor Jerry Demings was sworn in on December 14th. Forget all that. All right, well. The mayor has spoken. Mayor Demings.
Thank you. Jordan, thank you so much. I'm honored to be here today, and I'm really proud of the partnership that we have here today. And it's great just to see these young men who are leading the way with this project. So Devin is relatively new to Florida. He tells me that while he's a Canadian, he grew up in Minneapolis and migrated here. So every now and then you can kind of hear that Minnesota accent come out of Devin. But today let me do a few things. Before I get started, let me introduce some of my staff members, because in order to execute any broad plan, it does require partnerships. It requires partnerships sometimes with the state and others, and Representative Carlos Guillermo Smith is here. Thank you for being here. This is within his state District 49. But I will tell you that we have a great team of individuals with Orange County, and our housing directors here, Mitch Glasser and his team members. Mitch, just wave your hand a little bit there, because these are the people that I rely upon to be visionaries when it comes to increasing the available affordable housing stock within this community. But we also have a partnership with the Orange County Finance Authority, and Mr. W.D. Morris could not be here today, but members of his team have participated. We find ourselves here at this relative spot in Orange County because when we talk about building affordable and attainable housing within our community, what we found was that we could not really rely on the state funding sources. And here within Orange County, before I took office, as I ran for Orange County Mayor back in 2017, 2018, I had a lot of community engagement opportunities, in fact, over 1,000. And the citizens of Orange County said to me that it was a priority to build more workforce housing within our community. At that time, we had some 110,000 households that had been identified as being chronically rent-stressed. And so we were proactive, and we created this Housing for All task force that developed a 10-year action plan. And you even heard at one point Jordan talk about the fact that a portion of that plan calls for us over time to within the next 10-year period of time to build over 30,000 additional affordable housing units on top of what would have been produced by the market space. And so Orange County took the bull by the horns and didn't continue to just rely on state resources, and we created our very own, the first locally controlled housing trust fund. And over 10 years, that housing trust fund will result in $160 million being put into that fund that will leverage building these types of developments throughout our community. As I think back about why is this important, not only to me as a mayor, but personally, because as a kid who grew up in this community in West Orange County, poor kid, to blue-collar parents who worked hard every day to take care of their families, housing was really important. I continue to see people who struggle in our community, and it saddens me when they struggle. We want to make certain that we are providing adequate, good quality housing for our senior citizens. And for those who are 62 years of age or older who can qualify to move here, when I look out in this audience, I don't see very many of you that will qualify based on age. Is there anybody here that's 62 years of age or older besides me? There was one woman who was bold enough to say she is, but I don't think, we're it, so we could maybe qualify at some point to live in a good quality housing development. With Sandpiper Glen here, I looked at the architectural features. This is going to be a fantastic place to live that will marvel any other place within our community or others here within Central Florida. Anyone will want to live here on this property. And so with the 288 units that are going to be created here, ranging from 1-bedroom to 3-bedroom units, there will be citizens who are going to be living here. I really look forward to coming back here and not just doing the groundbreaking, but the ribbon cutting, when we can see real human beings who are living within these housing units and seeing the joy that will be on their faces because they have a good, decent place to live. You've heard them say that in order to live here, you have to be 60% of AMI or below in order to qualify. So I believe it's the right solution at the right time for our community, and we look forward to the months ahead to when we're coming back here for this ribbon cutting. So with the partnership that we have undertaken here now with Dominium, we look forward to partnering with you on other projects as well within our community. So let me just say on behalf of the nearly 1.5 million people who call Orange County home, thank you for your willingness to invest in our community to make these types of projects a reality. And with that, I'll conclude my remarks.
Thank you so much, Mayor Demings, for those words. I would now like to introduce to you all Representative Carlos Guillermo Smith. Representative Smith is actually the Florida State House representative of District 37, which is where we are right now. Not only is he the representative for this area, but he also was a graduate of the University of Central Florida and has spent most of his life working here in Central Florida. So when you talk about truly being committed to your home and to that area and being a visible leader, that's what Representative Smith is about. So we're very happy to have him here today with us celebrating our groundbreaking.
Appreciate it. Thank you, Jordan. I will keep it very brief. This is what I have to say about this project. This is really, really exciting because this is the definition of smart growth. This is good, accessible, affordable housing that is near the infrastructure, it's near the transportation, it's near the jobs. We need more of this. And I'm proud to say that this is certainly the result of the Housing for All plan and task force that was developed by Mayor Demings, but it's also the result of a local and state partnership, utilizing the funds that came through sale, utilizing those funds in order to secure the 4% low-income housing tax credit to construct this affordable housing. And it's not even mixed use. 100% of these units are going to be for those who make 60% of AMI. This is absolutely what we should be focused on, what we should be doing more of. I'm really excited to see this affordable housing development right here in my, not only the district I represent, but literally in the neighborhood where my husband and I live. Yes, in my backyard. We are very excited about it. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Representative Smith. And just one more thank you round of applause for our elected representatives who were able to come out with us today. And before we conclude and move on to our shovel photo, I just want to invite Devin back to the podium and see if he can give us our final closing remarks and some thank yous.
Great. Well, as far as thank you and closing remarks go, I'll keep it short and sweet. But this is an exciting opportunity for us to be able to say thank you for all those that have worked on this project over the last 3 years. It was a long-term undertaking, but really excited to see that end product starting to be created here and being here in Orange County. The following groups made this project happen. First and foremost, Orange County and the Board of County Commissioners, Florida Housing Finance Corporation, Orange County Housing Finance Agency, as well as our lenders and investors, Bank of America and Grandbridge, to the construction and design teams, Weiss Builders, the builder, Beslow Design Group, the architect, Kimley Horn and the engineer, and the legal teams that made this happen, Nelson Mullins here in Orlando, Winthrop and Weinstein, RBC Capital, Lowndes, and Commercial Partners Title. So I just want to give a very hearty, and Pal Kuiper. I want to give a special thank you to the Dominium project management team, property management team, who is here, and they are the cornerstone of the next 30 years of this community, and being affordable is making sure that this is a good place to live, and the property management team is who does that. So I want to give an early, and I will be giving an often thank you to them as well. I also want to give a special thank you to the elected officials that made this possible. This was a project that took many members to make happen. So we're really proud of this moment. I hope everybody here is as well. And this is one of those examples of government and business coming together to make affordable housing happen. So thank you again for all coming out today, and we'll I think take some photos and enjoy some food and refreshments.
All right, we have some light refreshments by the check-in table, and then if you are a member of the project team or anybody, any one of our elected representatives with us here today, if you can just come behind me to the shovel station so that we can get a groundbreaking photo, and then we'll be good to go. So thank y'all for coming out today.